State Nittany Lions. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football will run. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run it from the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, by the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tipped up at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the ground. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense goes to offense.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
The quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. To the air. It's out. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pull it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tiger. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Allen. Runs through a tackle. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Allen. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that cover.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Ross. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to...
Sprinting away. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Howard Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his... And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Off the play fake on 1st down, lost the throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Klubnik. He's got him this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. Man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume for you. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rushes on him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes the catch. It's Hudson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Ross. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To throw, it's out. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll run the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Toss to the outside. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The gift to the tailback. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Finds his big tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
At the 35, he's got room. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the outside. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the first down here on fourth. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the first down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on third down, still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Aller. Bringing the heat. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chain.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Looking deep. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Direct snap. Finds a little space. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going into halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's out. Here's the heat. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure coming. Still looking on the move. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up of 2.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run to the left. Gets it past the marker. Brings it to the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Colorado. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. looking downfield. It's Aller. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught over the middle, it's Singleton. Turning on the Jets. At the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Keeps looking downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They want to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires into the end zone. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
Showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tiger. What momentum. When the defense comes up with a play
it and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the run, it's Allen. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Allen. Fires to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clemson is quick to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Bunch of crease at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Touch pass on the line. Back's going for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. It'll be third and long. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Gets away from one. Finds some space. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Oh, he's got some space. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the...
Man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Tag them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us, and apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And running the option is so important for that quarterback, man. Making the right decision. Nice job sucking the defense in, pitching the football, and then look at it. The extra yards, he gets the rest. Nice third down conversion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Clemson set up with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And on that play, the defense said, I've seen enough. You're not getting rushing touchdown number 4. Really showing some pride and some physicality, selling out for the run, getting in the backfield, and getting that guy on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got it on the move. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Singleton. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Penn. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grab over the middle. It's Reynolds. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Wants to throw on first down. Scrambling away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now. because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I play for back.
Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points. You're going to run the football. You're not just going to take...
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep shuffling the field and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Looking to the big tight end, and he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
He lets one fly deep. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's out. Dances away. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this.
Gashes him in the middle. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Go to the end zone. Picked off.
And this linebacker is all over the field in run support. When they throw the football, though, man, does he have great vision. And he breaks on the football. Look at him using the hands. He had 2 a week ago. Throwing another today. That's a season for a linebacker most of the time. Great 2-game stretch for this LB.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Clemson jumps to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He rifles one deep down the right side. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Coming into this